Hi, I'm Ian. I'm a student. Wait, no, start over.
My name is Clara. I am Brazilian. I am 32 and I am an artist. And this is my very first time out of my country. And I decided to travel alone. And this is also my first workaway experience.
I'm Ian. I'm 19. I'm from the US, and I'm a student in France. And this is my second workaway experience. I was looking for opportunities that I could do in Greece or somewhere in Europe involving animals. And I finally found Vrouva last minute and worked my way in here.
I decided that I would start my travel in Greece. And I really wanted to work with animals. So when I got to Workaway, I started looking for places where I could work with animals. And this was the first place I found. And I immediately sent the message.
Well, I was warned beforehand that there's no Wi-Fi, no electricity, there's very little infrastructure, so I was kind of imagining coming to the middle of nowhere, and I was thinking that I was probably going to be alone most of the time and working really hard, and I got here, and yeah, it's definitely not what I've been used to, but I've been loving it, and I unexpectedly have been meeting a lot more people than I thought I would, and the work has been a lot easier simply because it's so rewarding to work with the animals.
My expectation was basically about the place, was basically what it is, because I paid attention to what they wrote in the Workaway. But also I wasn't expecting to meet people and, I was expecting to be more isolating thing, and it's not, because you meet people and people work together, so it's really good. But I actually was excited about not having shower and not having internet because I knew it was not going to be easy. I was sure it wasn't going to be easy, but I was excited because I also wanted to live a different experience and things like that. So
I live in the primary accommodation that Vrouva offers. It's a yurt, so it's like a tent on a wooden platform. And I thought it was going to be kind of run down, kind of simple, but it's actually really beautiful inside. And every night I sleep with about 6 to 10 cats. They all jump into my yurt through little holes in the walls and sleep with me and cuddle with me. And that's about the only kind of infrastructure I have with my home. Right outside there's a little spout. Most of the time it's salty water, so we have to also drink out of the bottled water that we bring in each morning. And yeah, this is the first time that I've been completely separated from electricity and being able to just be on my phone, use the internet, and I have to find fun in my own little ways with hanging out with the animals. There's a little hill right outside my yurt that you can see all of Athens and the whole sea, and yeah, finding fun in nature.
I don't know how to explain the place where I sleep.
A dog kennel.
Yeah, it is, and there is a dog living there, and I live with the dog. Unfortunately, the dog doesn't like sleeping in the bed with me. I would love it, but she doesn't. But she's so lovely, and she wakes me up in the morning for me to open the door. And well, I sleep with dogs, so they bark all night. But I got used to it, so I sleep well. Mosquitoes everywhere. I have mice in my room, and I named them because they are really cute. So one is Venji, and the other one is Greyjoy. Aww. And they are lovely. I feed them every night.
I normally wake up at about 9:30, which I was expecting on a farm I'd be getting up at daybreak each day. And then we just calmly make our way through the farm. Our responsibilities are split up. So, for example, I take care of the cats and the stable, like the horses, the donkeys, the pony, the cow. And first we feed everyone, we give them breakfast, then we clean up all their messes from the night before, and check waters, play with them a little bit, give them some love, and then we go on to coffee break where we just chat for a couple hours. And normally it gets too hot in the afternoon to really do much, so us and all the animals just kind of take a siesta, chill, go to the beach, explore the island, do whatever, and then we have to come back in the evening and repeat the same job.
Since I do the dogs, I don't feed them immediately when I wake up. So I release them because they sleep in the cages. And I release them and play a little bit with them, clean the place, check the water, and then I go to breakfast. And we talk and talk and talk. And then I go back and feed them. It's not hard, but it's a lot of work. Because because they also need a lot of attention, so they want to play while you're working, which is great for me. I don't mind. But it's really good. It's a good experience. Animals, they are not people, so they react to things differently. And well, I can talk about the dogs. They bite sometimes, not because they are mean, of course, but sometimes we have a fight, and like for example with me, we had a fight in the pen, and I had to save one of them because it was a little one, and while the other ones they were bigger, so they would hurt him, and he beat me. And also when you play with them, since they also really want to play and they have a lot of energy because they don't have people around playing with them all the time, they can hurt you. Like I have a scratch in my face right now because I was playing with a huge dog who really wanted attention, and she's my favorite dog. I don't know if I should say that, but she scratched me, and it's okay because it hurts a little bit, but it's love. So if you don't get here like expecting to live a real life with animals, probably won't work, because these things, they happen. They don't happen always, but they might happen sometimes.
Our boss Alexia told me on my first day here that when you come to Vrouva, it's important to kind of learn and realize that here we don't have animals serve us, but we are serving the animals. And so it's really important to not only be an animal lover, but to know that if there's an animal at Vrouva, there's a reason why it's at Vrouva. It has a story, usually not a good one. They come from abuse, from neglect, from terrible conditions. And so while it's so much fun to play with them and enjoy your time with the animals, at the same time you have to realize that some of them have problems mentally.
Yes.
Where the dogs might bite. When I'm taking care of one of the horses who was abused by teenage boys growing up, now I have to be really careful so that he doesn't attack me from his own traumas. And so it's a fun experience, but at the same time it's one that you have to be prepared for and willing to do the work, and not just think that this is going to be a fun little touristy kind of experience, but it's a real job, and it's a real kind of life that you're going to jump into here. So there aren't really that many rules. No one's strict around here. Everyone's really nice and understanding. If you have a problem, you just voice it, and no one's here to put you down for anything that makes you uncomfortable. But you know, it's a farm, it's a sanctuary, and crises happen. And so that being said, there's no alcohol allowed, there's no drugs or any kind of thing like that permitted around here, because we find our own fun with the animals anyways and with each other. And you always have to be alert for any kind of emergency that's going to happen.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't go out in your free time and have fun, because it happens too. And yeah, you have to be open to work with other people, because basically working alone here doesn't work. We are all here for the same purpose, so it gets a little bit easy. No one's here to do things for themselves or to earn money, so it gets a little bit easier. And also people here are really nice. I feel lucky that I only met really nice people here. And we all work well together.
Being at Vrouva is kind of like a full-time job, but at the same time it's not exactly a job, it's just your lifestyle when you're living here. So while technically on paper you may sign up for your work away for 5 hours a day or something like that, it's more you get the shift done as fast as you can, but then throughout the day you're still working with people, you're still interacting with the animals, doing if they need something specific, if something needs to be done, you just do it. And it doesn't feel like you're on the clock, it doesn't feel like you're actually doing a job, it's just the way of life here. It's not like there's a big city next door to go clubbing in. You're just living here and living with the animals and doing what needs to be done. So the owner of Vrouva, Alexia, is a really awesome person. She has blown my mind time and again with her ideology on life and nature and animals, and completely changed the way that I look at the entire universe at this point. You know, I mentioned that she's all about us relearning how to serve animals instead of the other way around. And it's not only stopping at animals, but she cares about every single living creature and non-living creature on the farm. And it's been really nice to spend these 4 weeks here and learn how to look at everything as, you know, an equal, as a friend, instead of, oh, that's a tree, can be turned into paper for my use. You know, learning how the entire farm is like 99% recycled materials. Alexia and all the volunteers dumpster dive everything that has built this little farm that we have. And so it's really, everything about this place is about how can we reduce our impact on the environment and re-input ourselves into it. Yeah, I have to say one of the other main components of working at Vrouva is the meal talks.
Yes.
I have to say it takes up at least 12 hours a day, just simply sitting together, eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We don't get that much sleep simply because when we finish the evening shift, we're cooking, eating, and talking until 1 or 2 in the morning every single night. It just happens. It just happens.
We eat mostly vegan food, delicious food, actually. And we sometimes eat vegetarian, but no one eats meat here. But the food is really good. Being here, the whole experience brought back a little bit of something I thought I lost a few years ago, because I've been always an animal lover too, and a nature lover. But I was really just focused on myself for a long time. And this brought back, like, it's not just about me. So I can live for me and live for other people too, and share what I have with others.
Vrouva I've always been an animal lover, always been interested in activism, but Vrouva has reinforced that passion within me and taught me how to tackle it in a new and more productive way, I think. So I'm definitely leaving Vrouva with some tears in my eyes, but everywhere I go, I'm going to take this new kind of way that I can look at the world around me and see how I can do my part in trying to make it a better place for everyone.
Show your pretty nose. Come on.
Say hi.
So, I'm Alexia, servant of Vrouva Farm. My dream is that this place is a place where we live with no speciesism, that all live beings are equal and respected. Non-speciesism is a central core in Vrouva, and in that respect, when young people come, it's heartwarming to see, you know, the openness and lack of prejudice they bring compared to people my generation. It is just so much easier for our volunteers to just switch and not push the cats off the chairs. And I think as humans, it falls on our backs to try and take ourselves down from where we put ourselves and go back, finding our place in the natural world. I think that Vrouva is a good workshop for that. We wouldn't be able to keep this show in the air if it weren't for new people who come in with new energy and inspiration and love, because we might have experience and commitment, but we get worn out and tired and hopeless. And the work is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, June has been a lovely month because of these two guys. We have really lifted the energy in the place. The animals are happier, they're more well kept. We are more hopeful. The place is tidier. We have a new website. Yay. Our dogs will get adopted. You know, it's great. It's amazing. Thank you, guys.
No, thank you.
Very grateful. Really, very grateful.
I don't know. Leave. Ugh! I don't like it. Oh.